Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently up 1% today. We're going to be jumping into a few other coins as well, but let's start off with Polkadot. Now before we do so, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining up and starting to copy and paste the trades that we're sending out to them every single day. It's been absolutely insane. So yeah, make sure you join up. It'll be the first link in the description. Now back to the video. So Polkadot had a relatively rough May, as did a lot of other coins. You know, if we quickly scroll through, you can see XRP also had a relatively down month in May, as did Fetch, as did, you know, ETH, to be honest, just consolidated, but as did Solana and a lot of other coins. And the main reason for that was we had such an explosive April and start of May that coins really just started to top out, and we really saw that with Bitcoin as it hit its all-time high. And as Bitcoin was hitting its all-time high, we also had Bitcoin dominance starting to rally on up, and you know, it hit 5,300 here, but if we go on the percent chart, we'll see what it hit, and you know, it nearly hit its top again. It went up to 64.7%. Now it's started to drop back down, which is allowing alts to slightly see some green, but this entire move up extremely hindered the sort of progress we had made on alts in April. Now in roughly a week, or to be honest exactly a week, we actually have the FOMC meeting. And if you remember, you know, back in May when we had the FOMC meeting, which was roughly at this time, we got a little pump up. Now in May we didn't get at all what we needed from the FOMC. As I recall, it was just sort of a stagnant rate. You know, we didn't increase, we didn't decrease, it just flatlined. Now in June we're gonna hope to see a rate cut. I believe, you know, Trump and Jerome Powell have been in a meeting at least in the previous weeks, so hopefully they were able to discuss you know, their differences and come to the realization, at least Jerome Powell come to the realization, that we need a rate cut. We're gonna see obviously how that meeting and overall sentiment was affected on June 17th 18th, as that's when the FOMC is scheduled. And on that date, if we do get a rate cut, I think you'll see a pump. During this entire sort of pump previously though, I was really thinking you know, that the pump was caused by a sort of prediction of the FOMC we're going to get in May. And you know, what we usually get is the market pricing in things that haven't yet happened. So if we go on Bitcoin, which is usually the easiest coin to look at for these things, during the election process, you know, all the way from really $50,000, the market already priced in Trump winning. And you can see that from this massive spike. We did a 2x on, you know, the conspiracy that Trump would win, and he did win. And as soon as Trump won, we saw a little dump and then obviously pump after some more news came out. But this is what the market does, it prices news in before it even comes out. And that's why it's so important to, again, buy the rumor, sell the news. You never want to be buying up, you know, where on the day that Trump won, sure, we might have spiked up, you know, anywhere from 2 to 8%, but you missed out the entire 100% move. And to go in on a position of 2 to 8% profit, with the downside being nearly 100%, because we can just dump like that in crypto, is very, very risky. So that's why, again, I think we've now dumped back down, and we're in that sort of territory where it's worthwhile entering positions, because we could be buying up the rumor that we're going to get a rate cut in June. And in June, if we get a rate cut, we have another FOMC meeting in July. So we have obviously back to back FOMC meetings, May, June, July. Next one after that is in September. We're able to get a rate cut in June and July. I think that will be monumental for the market. Not only the crypto market, also the stock market that's approaching its all-time highs again. Really been performing well, even considering Tesla saw a little sell-off during the week, but overall has been performing extremely well. And that's why I think we're gonna, you know, continue to see this upside carry on. The main worry though is that Bitcoin did hit $112,000 here, and if we're unable to, you know, top 114, this is going to be the top of Bitcoin. And if this is the top of Bitcoin, then it means coins like Ethereum and alts are going to start to rally, and it limits the possibility of alt season by quite a bit. Not the possibility of it happening, but the actual, you know, percentage where we're going to gain. If that's tops out there, then, you know, for ETH, all-time high, or at least the high of this run, it's probably going to be near the $4,000 mark. You know, other coins, XRP, the high's probably going to be under $3.40. It's going to be very, very difficult for these coins to break past their previous highs and all-time highs. So yeah, we really need Bitcoin to continue going up. We don't want to see the ETH flipping, as it's called right now, which it is doing. ETH is up 2% today, Bitcoin down 1%. You know, we don't want to be seeing that happening right now. We need Bitcoin and ETH and altcoins to be really, really strong and to continue going up. And then in the latter stages, you know, when Bitcoin's at 120, 125, 130, somewhere around here, we need to see it slow down a bit, ETH take over, and then that money flow back into altcoins. So that's what we're going to be watching for. As for Polkadot, again, our main strategy was to DCA under $5 and extremely under $4. We've since obviously paused that strategy if you watched all the other videos right after this sort of increase, because we don't want to be constantly DCAing. You know, Polkadot has been at that range for 5 months. We don't want to be 4 or 5 months. We don't want to be DCAing for 4 or 5 months. Instead, we just DCA whilst it's low on the initial stages. Afterwards, we just hold. You know, if it continues to go lower, we reevaluate, we hedge our positions with Polkadot. We've done shorts, we've done staking. You know, we're not at a loss at all on Polkadot simply because of the hedging we've done. So now we're just going to wait. Again, targets have remained the same. If you're looking for a short-term trade, looking to sell at $8.70, that's gonna be like a 2.5x. Anywhere higher, and you know, we're looking at $11 to $12, that's gonna be your 3.5x, which isn't too bad in my opinion. Other coins I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this week will include coins like Dogecoin, Sheep, a few meme coins, simply because they are extremely underperforming right now. So what I expect is gonna be some sort of volatility, as we saw with Doge. It was underperforming, huge pump up. I think another reason for Doge is major underperformance. I say major underperformance, but is Musk's leaving of the DOGE, and you know, Musk's recent sort of tweets I don't think have helped Doge incredibly, but again, I still expect it, you know, to be high 20 cents at least relatively soon. Other coins include Fetch. Fetch has actually been consolidating quite well. We did hit $1 on a few exchanges during this peak, which was very, very good to see. Next targets are easily 130 and way above. Gonna be watching for that. Other coins include XRP, again consolidating quite well right now, just waiting for some news, and once that news comes out, it should look to again perform really well as it does on any sort of news events. Sui, great team, dipped back into this DCA box that we had here, and yeah, you know, we're looking for way over $5, $6 on Sui, hopefully double digit numbers. Same goes for Render. Polkadot we've already mentioned. Solana did actually dip off quite a bit. It didn't hold the 164 as a support. It topped out at 188. Next targets are going to be like $200, $205, somewhere around here. And ETH, it's currently at a resistance of 2.85k. Next targets are 3.3k, but this is going to be a very, very hard level to break through. If it does, that's great. If not, we're going to probably come back down to like 2.5k. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please do make sure to like and subscribe, as it does help out a ton. Again, if you want to be getting my trades every single day, then check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen we have been absolutely crushing it, so make sure you join up. First link in the description. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.